Calling all thugs, grunts, leaders, and admins. Hello, this is Admin Shade here with Rocket HQ. Today I have an OU battle against Kayla, aka Nikki from the stream. Yes, this is actually from our stream that we had just yesterday. We streamed for 5 hours and we had an amazing time. Everyone came out. We battled all day. Everyone was saying how much they loved the stream and what we were doing. But actually, guys, we love what you're doing. We love all of your content, all the stuff that you guys are working on too. So make sure that you send that in to us. You can send it to us via our Gmail. That'll be in the link in the description down below. And you can also send it to us in a message on YouTube or also on Twitch. So make sure you do that. Kayla, actually, the person I'm battling against today, sent us a little portfolio of her artwork that she did, her 3D rendering of Pokemon pictures. So make sure that you do that. Make sure you do that kind of stuff. I'm going to show a couple of pictures at the end of this video and also provide a link to her DeviantArt page. So please check her out. She's very, very talented. And without further ado, let me talk about these teams so we can jump into the battle. My lead is Frostlass. I have a couple of big threats on my team. I have my Choice Scarf Darmanitan, and I also have Butter, as some of you may have seen on a stream. I have my yellow shiny Latias there, so it's a big threat. And also my Mawile. My Mawile has been taking lives, taking some souls in all these battles, so that's going to be interesting to see in this battle as well. And also I have my Milotic. My Milotic is very, very powerful. It does a good amount of damage in this video, and also Porygon 2 is the Gravity Zap Cannon Porygon 2, so that's really cool also. Kayla has some real threats on her team. I see the Latias over there. That is pretty powerful. I know the full scope of how good Latias can be because I have one on my team. Also, the Infernape could give me trouble, especially I need to work around it because I have Frostlass and Mawile, but I should be able to do that with Melodic. Cloyster is always kind of a threat. And then that Hydreigon as well. I think that it's most likely Choice Scarfed. So let's just jump into the battle without further ado. Again, everyone, thank you for coming out to the stream and checking us out. We had an amazing time doing all these battles. And check us out. We're going to keep doing it 1 p.m. every weekday Eastern Time. So Kayla goes ahead and sends out Gengar to start out with. And I actually go into Frostlass. And here, I go for Destiny Bond because I didn't think that I outspeeded Gengar, but apparently I do. The way Destiny Bond works is that if the person takes you out the turn after that you use it, it's the other person faints too. So I just wanted to get it out of the way, but I just kind of work around it here and use Destiny Bond yet again. And Kayla takes me out with the Gengar, which is totally fine with me because the way that it works is that if you kill me and I use Destiny Bond, then you go down too. So that worked out pretty well for me. That is a dead Gengar. Thank goodness, because I didn't want that thing around later on, messing up my team. Next, I believe I send out my Mawile, just trying to scout out, see what kind of damage that she's trying to do. Sends out this Infernape, and I get the Intimidate off on it, but I am very afraid of a Flare Blitz or a Blaze Kick or whatever it is that it's trying to do. So I go ahead and just switch into Miles, my Melodic. And I'm not really that afraid of anything this has to throw at me unless it has Thunder Punch, but I don't think that it does. So I'm just kind of chilling in here, and I actually go for a Scald next turn just because I want to scout for damage. I think that I knew that Kayla was going to switch out most likely, but I just kind of want to scout because I also want to see if I can get a burn on anything. So Kayla switches in her Hydreigon, and I go for a Scald here again because I didn't know what she was going to try to switch in. And it doesn't do anything at all to this Hydreigon, but that's okay. I try to go, I believe, for an Ice Beam, I think. But this Hydreigon actually has Tri-Attack, and based on the damage that I see that it does to Milotic, I think that it could be Choice Specs, but I'm not entirely sure. And it does get the Freeze hacks on this Tri-Attack, which is pretty awesome. It doesn't matter that much to me, though, because I do have the Scald, so I can thaw myself out, which is not a problem. But not before it goes for another Tri-Attack and does a decent amount of damage. So I actually do melt the ice here with the Scald and hit this Hydreigon pretty mediocrely. That's not a word, but there you go. Anyway, I believe here I go for a Recover just to get some of my health back and also scout for more damage just to see how much this thing can do to me. The Tri-Attacks are doing a decent amount of damage, but nothing that Melodic can't handle. So I go ahead and get some more health back with this Recover. And I'm just kind of chilling in here right now. I can see that I can just stall out this Hydreigon and just kind of hang out in here. It goes again for another Tri-Attack. And I think that the reason that this Hydreigon's still in here is because it can't really, I don't think that Kayla really has anything on her team that wants to take on my Melodic other than this Hydreigon maybe. Melodic is my physically defensive wall, so maybe she thought that she could stall me out with these tri-attacks and eventually kill me off, which is a pretty decent plan. She could have got a crit, but she did not, unfortunately, and I just go for another recover and get a lot of my health back. So with lefties in these recovers, Melodic is a very, very good physical wall. I definitely recommend it. There are a lot of cool sets you can run. I run just Scald, Ice Beam, Recover, and actually there's a lot of different sets you can run with like Sleep Talk and all sorts of crazy stuff. You'd have to talk about Umber. He's like way crazier when it comes to creative stuff than I am. But yeah, I actually go for the Ice Beam on that Hydreigon, finally kill it. And at this point, Kayla brings in the Sylveon. The Sylveon is actually somewhat of a problem because I'm not used to fighting them. Like, not that many people bring them with the kind of battles that I'm used to seeing. So I go ahead and go for a recovery here. And I just really want to scout to see what this thing's all about. And it goes for a Calm Mind. And immediately I'm like, that is a scary looking, beautiful pixie thing. And I don't want to fight it. So I don't really know what to do. I could definitely switch out, but again, I don't really know what this thing's going to try to do, especially after a Calm Mind. I kind of want to stay in here, and I try to go for a Scald to get a burn of some kind, just get some residual damage off on this thing. And it goes for a Hyper Voice, excuse me, and it does a ton of damage, and I'm like, no, not at all. So I go ahead and I take my Miles out of here, and I go ahead and send in Sandra, which is my Gravity movie reference Porygon 2. So I think that I can take this decently well, but actually Sylveon goes for another Calm Mind, and I'm like, this thing is setting up all over my team with its beautiful scarves and bow ties and whatever, and I'm just terrified. So I actually go for a Gravity here just to be able to eventually paralyze this thing with a Zap Cannon. That is my goal at this point. It goes for a Hyper Voice, and it does a lot of damage. It's actually a critical hit, so that was unfortunate for me. And then the Sylveon goes for this Quick Attack, and I don't see Quick Attack on Sylveon even when I do see Sylveon. So I was like, what are you? You're insane. So I actually hit it here with the Zap Cannon, and I get the Paralyze, which is nice because I want to be able to immobilize this thing as much as possible. And I go for a recovery here just to get some more health back. And Sylveon gets Parahaxed here, which is very helpful for me, so I just go for another recover. So my Porygon 2 is sitting pretty right now, so I just try to see what it's going to do, and it goes for a Hyper Beam, and immediately I'm like, oh my goodness, Pixelate, please no. And it does a lot of damage. And here I go for another Zap Cannon. I didn't know that it was going to have the Hyper Beam, so that was my fault, but I actually just want to try to get some more damage off. And here, the Sylveon uses the Quick Attack, does not get Parahax, unfortunately, and that is a dead Porygon 2, so that is very sad. I'm sorry, Sandra, I'm sorry I failed you. But with the kind of damage that was off on the Sylveon, I felt confident switching into Darmanitan and going for a Flare Blitz, because though it does have pretty crazy special defense, Sylveon's defense is not that great. So I switched it in and got some good damage, and that is a dead Sylveon. Thank goodness I did not want that thing around any more than I needed to. So here this Cloyster's out here, and fearing the Rock Blast or something like that, I decide to get out and actually switch a Milotic back in. Just take whatever it wants to throw at me, and it actually goes for a Shell Smash, which I kind of had in the back of my mind. I thought that Kayla would be able to predict my switch, which she did very well. So here I'm just thinking, you know, Milotic, I can probably go for a Recover. I might be able to live Icicle Spear or whatever this thing throws at me. And it does go for an Icicle Spear here, and I overestimated Milotic's ability, and I also underestimated the power of Cloyster after a Shell Smash. So it does take me out here, and I was like, what? But I was going for a Recover. It just did not work out for me, unfortunately. And here I make yet another mistake. It was kind of a dumb move on my part because I didn't do any kind of calc, any kind of damage calc or anything like that, or speed calc. But I thought that my Choice Scarf Darmanitan would be able to outspeed this Cloyster, and I was trying to go for a superpower, and that would definitely knock it out, especially after the drop from Shell Smash. But it is faster, so that be a lesson to everyone. Make sure that you do those calcs because they are important. They can change the course of your game. So here I just go ahead and I send out Venus, which is my Mega Mawile, and I scare it out because it does not want to take a Play Rough or anything like that. So I actually end up trying to go for a sucker punch on that cloister because I thought maybe it'd go for a rock blast or icicle spear, and I didn't want to underestimate it again. But actually, the Infernape switches in, and I don't end up doing anything. And again, I fear the blaze kick, so I take out my Mawile and I send in butter. I'm trying to churn some butter. You guys might remember butter. It's my shiny Latias from the stream, and it takes his blaze kick very, very well. I am actually full HP, full speed on this butter. So I actually go for a Psyshock after this, and I get this Infernape out of here, which was nice, very nice. I actually get the crit here. I don't know if it mattered or not, but yeah, it was nice just to get that thing out of the way because I didn't want it threatening my Mawile anymore. So I'm sitting pretty right now, getting these leftovers, and here Kayla sends back in the cloister, and I'm like, I don't want to take this icicle spear to my face, so I'm going to switch out as soon as possible, and I switch back in Venus. I get the Intimidate off on this cloister. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I don't at all. That's pre-Mega Mawile. Anyway, it hits me with icicle spears and stuff like that, and it doesn't do piddle to me because I am Steel type as well as Fairy type. So I take it 5 times, and I'm like, whatever, cloister. It goes for a Shell Smash. I'm like, whatever, I'm not scared of you at all. And especially after that defense drop, I just go for a Play Rough, and I just get this thing almost out of here. I mean, I thought I'd definitely one-shot it because I wasn't sure what its item was, but it actually ends up being Focus Sashed, which was nice, but at the same time, I'm not that afraid because I do have Sucker Punch, so I get this cloister out of here, and I'm sitting pretty, once again, with my Mega Mawile, just hanging out. And then I believe that Kayla only has one Pokemon left, and it is her butter. And I'm like, what? You have a butter too? And actually, it is a Mega Latias. And I thought it was Uber. I didn't know what the rules are really with Mega Latias, but I don't really care either way because it uses Psychic. Again, it's not going to do that much. I don't really get to witness the power of Mega Latias, but I just go for a Play Rough, and I get this thing out of here. That was a very good game, Kayla. That was very fun. It was awesome to see that Mega Latias, and it was really nice to see your team. So again, everyone, stick around after I'm done talking here and check out the slideshow of Kayla's pictures that she sent me. It's really awesome 3D artwork. I'm also going to have a link in the description to her DeviantArt channel, so that way you can check her out there as well, her portfolio of work. She's very, very talented. And this goes for everyone. Make sure that if you have any kind of work that you are doing, send it to us, whether it be artwork, poetry, battles, whatever. Make sure you share it with us because we'll feature you in one of our videos. So that is all for today's Rocket Daily. This is Admin Shade signing off.